What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So today what we're going to be doing is replacing the O2 sensor on a 2011 Honda CRV. Now I got this Denso O2 sensor. If you're looking to get OEM, it's going to be quite expensive, but Denso is pretty reliable for the most part, I would hope. The process is going to be fairly simple. I do have a part number here if you need to look that up as well. I got this, so it goes for about local auto parts stores were about 120 or so. I actually ended up getting this. I found it on Home Depot, believe it or not. Home Depot had it for about $80, which was interesting. It looks the same part number and everything. So it was definitely a steal. So I decided to get it. All right. So first, before I get started with the tools to locate the O2 sensor upstream, it's right here. And then the connection is right there. And I'll show you guys the clip on the new one on how basically you'd want to remove that. I don't have my tripod, unfortunately, so I'm just going to kind of hold the phone or position it somewhere. Um, but this is the new O2 sensor. When I'll open it, I'll show you guys the clip. And then it does come with grease. And the grease we're going to be putting on the thread. So once we get this little cover off, we're going to be putting a small amount on the thread. And in terms of tools, you'll need, of course, a wrench and then the O2 sensor remover. Now, there's different ones. You want to get this long one so that basically when we put it in, you can see the cable there. And then it'll sit in there. We'll put our wrench and then we'll get this loosened up. And I have a torque wrench as well because I'm going to be torquing the new one to 33 foot-pounds. Now, you don't necessarily need to just do it until it's tight, but I have a torque wrench, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to try to position you guys somewhere and get this open. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and line up that cable right there. Ooh, all right, well, I hit my phone, loosening this up. I just cracked it open and then I'll go ahead and take the connection off. So removing the clip, it's going to be a little bit hard to show you guys, but we have to remove it from this little bracket that's going to be on the car itself. So I'm going to try my best to show you guys, but this is of course a new one. Let's go ahead and see. There's a clip here. So you want to push that clip in and pull if you can. It's hard to do this with one hand holding this. So I'm going to put the phone down, but you do want to push this clip down in and pull the connector out of this bracket here. So as you can see, it's in there. So this is what's holding it. Once we do that, we can also remove this, which I'll show you guys in a minute. All right, so once you get the connector off the bracket there, to separate the O2 connection from the harness, you want to press down on the harness side. There's a clip there, so you want to push it down and then use both hands to separate the two. And once you do that, you're ready to completely remove the O2 sensor now. And so I'll go ahead and just start it off with the wrench and then I'll just finish it off with the hand. At that point, you can even remove the socket and just completely remove it with your hand. And here's the comparison here. So the old O2 sensor on the left, of course, and then the new one on the right. And the O2 sensor actually came pre-greased there on the threads, so we don't have to use the grease that it came with it. Now, in terms of putting the new O2 sensor in, go ahead and start it off with your hand tighten it. And afterwards, you can use your wrench and just tighten it until it's snug. Now, of course, in my case, I do have my torque wrench, so I will be torquing it down to 33 foot-pounds. So you can see here on my torque wrench, it's basically set to a little bit above 30. So it's basically 30 and then the additional 3 for 33 foot-pounds. So I did lose my audio, so you guys won't be able to hear it. But basically with the torque wrench, you torque it until you hear the click on your torque wrench. So that's what I'm doing here. Also, don't forget to plug in your O2 sensor connector to the harness. That part I forgot to record. I do have some final tips at the end, but aside from that, thank you guys for watching. See you guys on the next one. You know, some of you may ask, can I just clean my O2 sensor? Yes and no. If you were to clean it, you don't want to clean the inside because that's where the sensor component is that is very fragile and sensitive. So it might just mess up the sensor even further. But what you can do is you can take some brake cleaner, and don't take my word for this, but I would still change it, but I mean, if you wanted to try it out, take some brake cleaner and just spray the outer where the thread is and where this is. Try not to get to the tip here inside and let it dry completely, of course, before you put it back in. You can even take like maybe a soft brush and just brush stuff off. But I mean, if you're thinking about will that fix my issue, that probably may not, but it's not necessarily the worst idea. But honestly, just replace it. I know these can be very expensive, but it's better than having to risk of a fuel ratio or air into the engine and so forth. It's better to honestly just replace it and hope that that will help you with some gas mileage as well. I know these CRVs are supposed to get 20 whatever. I mean, you can see here that I'm getting 22 right now, but that's only because it's driven 38 miles, which is probably mostly highway at this point. Um, and the range, as you can see, is 213. So, I mean, I'm idling right now, so it's not really good because it's gonna drop. But that's what, basically 200 and I don't know if it was also a full tank when this was. This may had not have been uh filled up to a very full tank, but based on whatever it was filled up to, I don't know exactly what that was. Will get in at least 250, but I can't guarantee that it was full to a full tank.